Classism is a certain treatment or opinion based on your social class. Classism causes prejudgments or opinions against you or your community in favor of a specific social group. These opinions will personally affect every member of that particular group. Examples are acting different towards the people with biased opinions in the group. The U.S. has been trying to eliminate the ranking of social classes in modern day, and the Huffington Post just recently posted reporting about a graduate from Ohio State that came from no money and went to school on a full ride. He wanted to apply to Yale, but he was unable to because of his social class and ranking and experience in life. One day he decided to apply just to see what would happen, and 2 weeks later he got a call from Yale offering a full ride and acceptance to the university. They accepted him due to his diversity and because he wasn't in their typical social class that would attend Yale. Classism is evolving every day and varies of prevalency all throughout the country. Here are now some of my classmates to explain classisms in their hometown.
Classism in Memphis is a big deal. Like, there's a lot of poverty in Memphis, but the biggest thing about it is it's all condensed into one or two neighborhoods. Like, there's 3 areas of town that everybody knows you don't want to go there because of the poverty and how dangerous it is. I mean, you could be in the nicest part of town, nicest neighborhood, and walk 5 minutes, and you would be risking your life just being in that area. That's honestly the biggest example I have is a lot of these schools in those areas, they're not that great. They don't set you up with an education, and it's hard for you to get out of that poverty and out of that just kind of lower class mentality because they're not giving you a proper education or a proper way to get out of poverty and try and give yourself a better life.
So where you from? I was born in Maywood, and then in 4th grade I moved to a burb outside Chicago. It's called Naperville. Info about Maywood, it's pretty much like the normal city of Chicago. Info about Naperville, it's a real nice place to be. The only problem with it, depending on like your social status, you got like some who are really wealthy and some who just don't have it. I mean, the people in general are nice, but like it's easy to tell the difference between your social class because of like material things you see with other people who go to school. Chicago is a city, definitely a city. Major social divisions is honestly leveled by noticeable from wealth, from money. How do they affect the community? I'm not really the type to be around the community too much. As far as like important parts of Chicago, it's very impoverished outside of downtown. How they affect the community, it leads to an increased crime rate. Whereas in the suburbs, because there is a wide variety of wealth, it's not too common to see any crime out there. Personal experience, I'm the type to stay to myself and my family, so I don't really be around so many people who will try to judge me for my class or like what I stand for or what I do, so I really just be chilling. But
classism is evident in William Faulkner's story, Rose for Emily in particular. It's evident throughout his whole book, but just in that story, there's a lot of evidence for it. One of the first ways that you see something about classism is how the mayor didn't make Emily ever pay for her taxes. This was due to her being viewed as like a tradition in her town. And another example is how like when Emily went to go buy the arsenic from the drugstore, the worker at the drugstore didn't even question her about why she was buying it, just because he didn't want to like offend her, because she was such like a almost like monument in their town. And then another story by William Faulkner that has a lot of classism in it is barn burning. This story shows it because like how the father doesn't really ever respect anybody who's wealthy, because he thinks that they already get like enough in their lives and they already are so well off that he doesn't need like his respect. And you can see that he views this like this way when he walks into Major Despain's like house and like wipes his muddy feet on his like white carpet. and stuff. And there's evidence in a lot of other Faulkner stories too, but those are two main ones that stuck out to us.